Welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading from a haunted house in a creepy graveyard. Tonight's specials are in the description as well as in the pinned comment. Check out my music in the pinned comment. I'm doing the 579 Lugs Taco Box specials tonight. Won't be here for very long because I've got to get my beauty rest for an early meeting in the morning. Hey, Pammy. How are you, sweetheart? How has your week been? How's Michigan treating you? Let me open up my chat so I can see a little bit better. Hail, Pammy. Hot and humid. Wet, hot, and humid. I didn't really realize that Michigan got like that. That's incredible. But, I mean, Boston, the same thing in the summertime, and it's right there on the water, too. So I guess with, climate change and things like that happening, it's expected now wherever you go, I guess, in the summer. I guess it's time for me to buy new lipstick. I think after having the same lipstick for a very long time, it's time to buy a new stick of it. I just realized today, oh no, I'm out of my favorite lipstick. I'm actually not sure I'll ever have my favorite lipstick ever again. I really love Revlon's Raven Red. They only have the nail polish. So I bought the closest color they recommended, but I don't even know if that color is even still out there. It's called, I think it's called Certainly Red. So I'm in the market for a new red. This is $7.40. My color was always like $7.45. That's what I think Revlon's Raven Red was. But yeah, it's been hot here. It's been so miserable that when I open the front door, it's like I'm baking cornbread out there or something. Yeah, I know. I keep forgetting y'all are like surrounded by the Great Lakes. Do you guys, is it like typical to have AC units up there? Do you have like a air conditioning, or is it is it like most places up north that don't really have the AC? Or, I mean, I'm surprised that there are places around the country that it's not a normal thing, but should be. Just going to put some things in chat, and then I will get to the collective message for the evening. See what our most trusted and strongest spirit guides might have to tell us tonight. Well, the thing that's interesting about Georgia always being hot and humid is it really like depends on where you're at. I think they've got like the best of it in Atlanta. I spelled inappropriate incorrectly without an I, but you guys get it, what I'm trying to say. I think that I have it lucky where I'm at in Georgia because I am quite high above sea level, so we get a lot more dry than humid heat. But my God, when it's humid, it is like a sauna out there. It's really bad. Some people come here and they're like, wow, we didn't expect it to be literally so cool because they call it Hotlanta. okay. I can't believe I just put that in again. I'm all right. The world's all wrong. Yeah, hot is hot. Miserable hot. I don't really understand how anyone can live in that kind of weather. Hey, how are you tonight? Welcome to the haunted house. How are you? How are you, Tina Marie? So, I know nothing about these gifts, but thank you so much for sending 200 jewels. How much does something like that cost you, if you don't mind me asking? Because it doesn't tell me, it just says 200 jewels, so I have no idea what that means. Sometimes it'll give me a little animation, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it tells me, sometimes it just doesn't. Oh my god, the ads are incredibly ridiculous. I'm not sure anybody knows what they are either. Yeah, we were like supposed to just get like a little rainstorm at like the end of 4th of July last weekend, Pam. And let's just say that 4th of July weekend was ruined because what was a little storm actually I think may have been a kind of big tropical storm that wasn't a hurricane but had some kind of tornado tendencies. It knocked out a 100-year-old oak tree. It knocked down a bunch of branches on the house. Um, the whole neighborhood was covered in tree limbs. It was kind of crazy. It was almost like one of those supernatural experiences that felt kind of uncomfortable and weird and unreal at the same time. Yeah, we were okay, but our electricity got knocked out for 12 plus hours. So we were here in almost 100-degree weather with no air conditioning. And my dad has not been feeling great. He's okay now, but he was kind of in the woods last weekend after getting out of the hospital. And it's just so miserable. I think I'm still recovering from it. Yeah, and it's like the storms are crazier than they've ever been, to be quite honest. I don't think I've ever seen such crazy storms. Mm. storms that are like going from one side of the coast to the other. It's terrifying. These huge supercells that storms that go from like freaking Texas to Maine. Like, what? You also got a storm. Wow. And see, what's so crazy about that is, like, I don't know where you are, but Tina, but being like in the same storm as your friend in Texas and your friend in Massachusetts, for me, it's just kind of strange. Like, I have never seen such big storms progress and provide so much chaos for us. And what's even more uncomfortable is all the storm warnings and things like that. You know, we don't, I'll be real honest, I don't hear the monthly test anymore for the tornadoes. And when they tell us there's going to be a storm, they're just like, might be rain, might not be rain, we don't know. So I have to keep this little radio I have that's like a storm weather radio. Because I'm not taking no chances being in a tornado again. Hell no. Some people are like, I'm terrified of earthquakes. I'm terrified of tornadoes. I don't know what's worse, though. You know, getting swallowed by an earthquake or a sinkhole or a tornado. But I'm not sure I want to end up in hell. But I'm not sure I want to go to Oz either. Yeah, I heard that it switched from El Nino to El Nino, like, for some strange reason. Like, why? I mean, I always thought that El Nino and El Nina stayed for a certain amount of time, but I didn't really realize that there could be like a shift so quickly like that. I mean, I thought that we just got into El Nino and things would chill out for a little bit. Yeah, tornadoes really freak me out. My mom and we were in a tornado in 2009, and it was terrifying because white girl, I'm not white, so check out the big brain on Vic. I'm Greek. There's a huge difference. Mind your manners. Black, white, Puerto Rican, everybody just freaking up in here. So choose wisely, Bruja, what you say. So back to what I was saying. We were in a tornado in 2009. And what I was trying to say about that, Pam, is like, here's my mom in a wheelchair, right? Then I had like a couple of cats at the time. I had a bird. Let me tell you, getting the bird, the mom in the wheelchair, and the cats into the bathroom, which was like really the only centered part of a room that was in the center of the house, was crazy. It felt like we were in a meat grinder, or sounded like we were in a meat grinder. It took off part of the roof. It took out my swings. Like, we used to have a swing, like a beautiful made, created, like built out of wood swing set. It was very sturdy. It wasn't like just some swing set you go and buy at Kroger or Walmart or something like that. And it was all like tied in and into like a treehouse thing that was built in a like really old, really tall oak tree. And that tornado just took out the tree, took out the roof, took out the swing, took out my treehouse. But you know what? At least the bird and the mom and the cats were safe, and we made it through. I felt so bad for my neighbor because we had to like drag him out of his car. He had made it home just in time, but could not make it to the front door. And some of the trees outside fell on him while he was still in his car. But my God, it was so incredible to just pull him out without a scratch and without being hurt. Well, you might not be screwed because of your chair. Like, when you say that, I mean, my mom had her wheelchair, but she was able to use the walker. So, I mean, I never saw a woman walk so fast with a walker. You know, and I just got her comfortable in there, and she just sat on the toilet seat while I put the bird and the cats in the bathtub with pillows and blankets over their heads. Because what else can you do, you know? I mean, you got a tornado coming. You got two options. The closet or the... I'll be right back. There's something going on with my canary. Hey, sorry about that. She's okay. I guess she woke up and the lights woke her up, so she freaked out and got scared. And like swooped to the bottom of her cage, so she's okay now though. Okay, so you can't use the walker period, not even stand, okay. Yeah, it was very difficult for her too, but we got her there. Um, but yeah, gosh, so what do you have any kind of options if you do have a tornado, or do you guys just not have tornadoes in your area? Like, or do you have a room you can go to if something like that happens? Yeah, you can ask a quick question. I don't do free readings. I'm not doing free readings right now, but if you have a question about tarot or life in general or YouTube or spirituality or law of assumption, attraction, whatever, feel free to ask. I'm pretty sure someone has the answer around here somewhere. 10 plus likes, and I will open the spirit box to Q&A, free Q&A. You can ask a question. 5 plus subscriptions, and I will open the chat to free yes no tarot. Hey Molly, how are you, sweetheart? Don't forget you're here and you're a moderator, so you can ask a free yes no question if you want to. Hey Dragon Show, welcome to the haunted house. Molly, how have you been, honey? You cut your hair today. Hey Meryl, welcome back, sweetheart. How are you? Oh, don't be worried about being late. The important thing is that you're here. If you want to cash in your free yes no, because you're a moderator, Meryl, you can too. Or Pam, or anybody who's here to hang out who's a moderator. It's to your shoulders. How long was your hair before? Sorry, my friend and I are now discussing how, that I say everybody can sing, but I have the Jan Smith theory that everyone can sing because I met Jan Smith and worked with her studio here in Atlanta. Because you can be a singer, right? And you can be a natural singer, but also a vocal teacher can't teach you shit because you have that natural gift. But there are people who do not have that natural gift that can learn how to be wonderful singers if they're taught. What a natural singer can do is they can learn how to control their voice, breathing techniques, things like that to improve their singing as well. But she says she can't sing, and I really feel like everybody can sing. I'm one of those vocal coaches or teachers or singers that feel like really everybody can sing, and even without AI or auto tune, it is possible. But you have to put the work in. It's like working out your own body. You got to do the hard work to make it happen. Like if you are not a natural singer. You've been taking care of a new pet about to move. That's why I haven't really been on. Hey, Kenna, how have you been? Yes, Storm, can I ask if I'm going to make it back to Greensboro this month or next? Kay and I are starting to figure out. Oh, that's good that you're starting to figure out. Oh, your hair was to your knees? Oh, that's awesome. I used to have 40 inches of hair. I probably would have donated it if it wasn't scalped from me. So yeah, let's ask the cards your question, Molly. Yes, every day is a good day. Oh, you know, my tarot cards are in my backpack. 1 second. I took Dad to the doctor to have blood work done today, which blood work came back good, cholesterol good, AC1 good, liver good. I'm pretty sure the cancer screening hasn't come back, but I'm pretty sure it's good. If there was anything serious going on, I'm pretty sure the hospital would have found it 2 weeks ago. Because I tell you what, they left no corner unturned. I mean, multiple CT scans, multiple MRIs, multiple blood work. But yeah, it's all clear. Spirit, what does Molly need to know about going back to Greensboro this month? So Spirit says, yeah. And 2 of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords, just smooth out. You could be very much this month. It could be this month that you go back, yeah, for sure. Or within the next 3 weeks, beginning of August. You got that 6 of Swords showing to, like, you know, keep it laid back nice and easy. And not too much pressure, you know. Oh, where's my whip and gloves? Oh, that's Molly's job. Right, Molly? She'll handle that department for you. Thanks, Pam, for getting that out of chat. I really don't want that kind of stuff in chat. This is a fun chat, but not that kind of fun chat. No, I'm not doing any free yes or no's right now. Okay, if you want to get a reading, the cheapest reading I have is $5. You get 5+ minutes, 5+ cards, and I ask your most trusted and strongest spirit guides what you need to know right now. If you would like to get a $7 taco box, you get 7+ minutes, 7+ cards. You also can ask up to 2 questions. If you'd like to get the $9 taco box, $9 Lux taco box, you can ask up to 3 questions, $9, 9+ minutes, 9+ cards. You can also get the 11/11 love reading, which will give you 11+ minutes, 11+ cards. You get multiple cards for your love reading, love tarot, love clarification cards, angel romance cards, sexual magical tarot, as well as traditional tarot for the 11/11 love reading, the $20 past, present, future, the $30 general. I also have a $100 rapid transformational therapy grief counseling session, which is also done with tarot cards. You can do that privately, or you can do that here on the chat with me. Just depends on how far you're willing to go with your limits in regards to your privacy, you know, and what you're comfortable with sharing publicly. And you can also get a Spiritbox session. They're only $1 per minute. So you got 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, however long you think you might need. Hey, Ghost Rider, how have you been? Hey, Muhammad, hope you're having a good day. Thanks so much for coming by the haunted house. So yeah, a blistery mystery. If you'd like to ask any questions about tarot or law of attraction, law of assumption, spirituality, life in general, love, magic, spirit boxing, ghosts, Mother Earth, the universe, please feel free to ask. I'm sure someone around here has the answer. Hey Ari, how are you, sweetheart? Been through a lot, but I battle. How about you? I'm okay. I think we're all okay. We've just been going through it. My dad's recovering, but he's doing really good. His blood work came back good. You're close to $1. I just want to know if this move is going to be easy and I shouldn't be anxious about it. Aw, sweetheart. Look, the move is only going to be as difficult as you make it. Okay? And there's no point in being anxious over it because wherever you go, there you are. You know, life is really what you make it. So, excuse me. You want to know if the move's going to be easy? It's going to be, as easy as you make it on yourself. So don't do anything that triggers you. Don't do anything that might be too much on your body or your spirit. Okay? Try to relax and reduce your stress as much as you can because you're going to be going through a kind of fight or flight energy. All right, Kenna? My dad's recovering from a tiny stroke. We went to the ER a couple weeks ago because he was feeling numbness in his foot. And they thought he might be having a stroke or were worried about him having some kind of cardiac issue. And they went and did a CT scan on him. Excuse me. And when they give you a CT scan, sometimes they give you iodine with contrast, which can cause explosive diarrhea. So he started to feel sick after getting the iodine contrast after the first and second CT scan because he had to have two. One with and one without contrast. When he came back to his ER room, which wasn't even an actual room, it was just like the ER waiting room after you've left the actual waiting room. I asked a woman who was a nurse there, hey, can I have a bedpan real quick? My dad's going to be sick. I don't know if he's going to do a number 1, a number 2, or a number 3. Because at this point, he felt like he was going to throw up or be sick in some other way. And I just didn't want it to get everywhere, and he didn't either. You know, basic dignity when somebody is not well, right? You know what this bitch told me, Tommy? We don't do bedpans. She don't do her job anymore either, and nor has it. So they think he might have stroked out at that point because she called security on me over a bedpan. So I had security in my dad's ER room while he's about to be sick. And trying to explain to them. I mean, I never got vulgar or violent or rude. I just told her, look, you know, I shouldn't be doing your job for you. And she's like, I'm calling security. Call him, bitch. I didn't call her that, but I was like, call him. Call him. I'm calling the police. 911 is a joke, but I'm calling them. And I made a report to the police, and I made a report to the hospital, and I've been following up. He's your last living grandparent. Aw, sweetheart. You know, Ari, when holidays come around, I just feel so lost because everybody that was a part of everything is gone. My grandmothers are dead. My grandfathers are dead. My mother's dead. My best friend is dead. So it's just me and Dad and the dogs and the canary and you guys on Christmas. So I'm grateful for all of you. You guys make Christmas better for sure. You know, and all the rest of my family lives in Europe, so. And it just feels so weird because it's like, even though I still have a relationship with the people I love who are on the other side, it's just so weird when you don't have anybody around you that, you know, they used to make your holidays and birthdays even better. you know. So now it's like I've spent the last decade or so, since everybody's been gone, looking for the people I want to share the rest of my life with and spend those holidays with, even if it's just people online, friends online. I didn't realize that you ever had cancer, Ghost Rider. I'm so sorry to hear that. Excuse me. Did the bird not show up? What do you mean, sweetheart? What kind of cancers have you had? So your grandfather has both throat and lung cancer. Excuse me. So Ari, do you know what stage? Because both of them are survivable if caught early and treatable. Yes, I remember, Molly, when you went to George's grave in London. Yes, I remember that. I love that picture. It's still on my Instagram. I didn't delete it. So he's terminal. Okay, Ari. Oh my God, these ads. I'm so sorry if the ads keep kicking you guys out. I don't know why they're so vicious tonight. I only have it on medium. Okay, so kidney 1, stage 1, 2022. The cemetery was cool and old. Oh my God, I remember too. You sent me pictures of it. So beautiful. And I looked at the cemetery online. Wow, so you had cancer the same year my dad had cancer, 2022. So kidney 1, 22, stage 3 last week. But look out, nodules that both had cancer. Oh, they took out the nodules. Oh my gosh, Tommy. That's so rough. Well, I'm so glad you told us, because, you know, we're here for you and support you emotionally, spiritually. Oh, sent cat ears for 800 jewels. I wish I could see what the cat ears look like. So I guess that's what you meant by, Meryl, by did the bird not show up? No. No bird showed up, but my canary did just have a conniption fit 5 minutes ago before you walked in. Excuse me. Okay, yeah, we can do a reading now, or we can do it over the phone later. We can do it privately tomorrow if you want. Whatever's good for you, Molly. I've got to go to bed after the live because Daddy and I have to go to the food pantry early in the morning before it gets hot and get some food and some toiletries. Okay, I would love to do your reading now. Have you sent me your questions yet? Thank you so much for your donation. It's very kind and generous of you. Yeah, I can do it now too. I'm awake. Your great-grandmother lived very long, though, which gives me hope to some extent. So my great-grandmother lived a very long time, too. She was Greek and Scottish. Yeah, Frank and Dad, stay strong. He's okay, one day at a time, because even though it was a tiny stroke, you still have to take it serious like it was a major stroke. So I'll be taking him a lot to physical and occupational therapy, and also working with him here at home till he gets that prescription filled and starts going to that. But I'm also going to be getting him something to do occupational therapy. I'm going to get him a pool here at the house, like a small pool for him to like relax and de-stress and do some physical and occupational therapy, like like water therapy and stuff. Hey Joseph, thanks so much for coming by and saying hi tonight. I appreciate that. Okay, so you have a simple question, Molly. I have a simple one. Rob, Tom are pulling me in two different directions. I want to go with Rob, but Tom is just there. Okay. So let me ask you a question, Molly. What is it regarding a relationship that you hope to walk away with? Rob told me yesterday, I hope you know I miss you because I haven't been able to see him. Yeah, and I remember that thing that he said a long time ago about how you disappointed him. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Hey, if you guys could check out my original music in the pinned comment, I would be so grateful if the new people who are here, and even the other people who are always here, check out the link in my pinned comment. I would love for you to check out my music. This is a music and art channel. This is not a tarot channel, so don't get it twisted. Okay? I'm that artist and musician. My name's Stormie Bleu. This channel is about my life. My life is my message. I do live streaming tarot on the live streams and live music. Do I have new music? Yeah, new music's coming. It's just like kind of things are a little bit delayed, Tommy, because, well, I didn't expect to spend a whole weekend in the hospital with Dad and this whole thing with his recovery, but working out a new schedule, and now that I'm figuring out like his needs and for physical and occupational therapy and doctor visits and stuff for his recovery. So he's showing you how it could be? Well, just remember, Ari, to tell yourself something that serves you, like your great-grandpa's always been healthy, fit, and well. And then that way, the more that you observe him being healthy, fit, and well, despite the circumstances, you're literally turning the clock. You're literally in control of the timeline, trusting the universe that things will work out in your favor, that you have more time with him. Just because somebody is terminally ill doesn't mean that there is a timestamp on them or an expiration date like a carton of milk. Okay, sweetheart, so spend as much time as you can with him, doing as much things that you can that make you both feel good. Even if it's just talking on the phone or doing a video chat, okay? So he's showing you how it could be: respect, time together, and stability. Tom's been more about fun and just chilling, not really going in a certain direction. Stormie, which link? Not seeing it in the chat. What was I talking about? Oh, the link in the pinned comment. Did I not do a pinned comment? I'm sorry. Let me get a pinned comment. I'm so sorry. Let me get a... I thought the pinned comment was there this whole time. I'll put the pin. I'll pin the comment now. I feel silly. I didn't. Is there a pinned comment now? I don't see the message pinned. Maybe it's not at the. Maybe it's at the very top. Well, that's weird. I don't really see it. I don't see the pinned comment, but oh well. There's the link. But no, it's not new music yet, but new music is coming. All right, so you also want cake. See, you can have all of them. That's the great thing about the observer effect and law of assumption and life being like what you make it. You know, you have your connection with Rob, you have your connection with Cos, you have your connection with Tom. You know, and even though I don't like it that he was like trying to build trust with you through doing illegal stuff, I still feel like at the end of the day, what you're feeling is healthy for you is more important. And I know you were not moving forward with him doing and thinking that you could get away with the stuff he was asking you to do. But you still have to think about that kind of sinister stuff. You still have to remember that that's who he is as a person. It's not going to change overnight because of love. But you can't change people. You can still change the version of them that shows up to you. A version of him that is not expecting somebody to do things that they're uncomfortable with to build trust and love. Because love and trust is not about control. Hey, Franken-Dad. Are you okay?
Yeah, it feels good tonight.
I know it's hot, but I got the AC on. Still. I think you guys can still hear me even though the AC's on, right?
It's both tonight.
Okay, good night. I love you. I'm going to do a reading for Molly, and then I'm going to go to bed.
Where's Ninja's, okay?
Where's
Who?
Ninja? She should
Who's
be.
there?
Molly, she just bought a reading, so I'm going to do a reading for her.
Hi, Sally.
Dad says hi. You know, I don't know where the baby is. Oh, wait, there she is right there.
Okay.
Can you see her?
Good night. Yeah, I'm going to sleep.
All right, good night. Love you, Dad. Okay, so you've got 3 men pulling you 3 different ways. Let's just see what spirit, let's see what your most trusted and strongest spirit guides say. Well, I think overall, if Molly had her way, Koss would be the one for her. I think that's really who she wants to be with. But I think that maybe both their limiting beliefs and circumstances might kind of be keeping them both from having, you know, the love story that maybe they'd both like to experience in their life. And, you know, it just might take some time for them to get there because of that. Yeah, Kay's just, he's non-committal because, you know, he's been through, you know, divorces and bad relationships and uncomfortable situations. And he's not willing really to commit to anything or anyone because of how uncomfortable he is with the idea of things that haven't happened yet with a new person and may never happen. I didn't realize your grandfather was still alive, Molly. Since my parents had me late in life, I think my grandmother would be like 126 or 130 years old now. My grandmother, and this is like my mother's father. And I think his dad was six or 10 years younger than my grandmother. And I think my grandparents on my mom's side would be like in their early 100s. I think my grandmother was maybe 96 when she passed away 12 years ago, so she would be quite up there as well. I think my grandpa on my mom's side was 26, and my grandmother was 1928 when she was born. Yeah, that's interesting how some people will get cancer who don't smoke, and some people will get cancer who do smoke. Yeah, the thing with Susan did wear him down because you have a woman who is trying to be in a relationship with a man who has baggage of going through a divorce, baggage of real estate properties, dividing money, figuring out who she is after a divorce, or not after, but during a divorce. I really think that it's probably more healthy for people to process their divorce and then process who they are after a divorce before they try to process who they're going to be or who they want to be or who they want to show up as before they get into another relationship. That way they can actually think about taking the time from a perspective of being more in their vortex, of being more in their skin, of maybe who they are and should be or would be if they weren't unhappily married or, do you see it, or an unhappy, unharmonious relationship. You know, that way they're thinking about, feeling about, and moving forward with a happy, harmonious, and healthy relationship instead of one that's based on fear of being alone, everything that comes with the drama of divorce. What are you doing? Excuse me, I'll be right back. What are you even doing? You're really not, but you're not supposed to be doing that. All right, okay. Molly, let's do your reading. So you basically want to know, the most important question to you really is, like, I think what you're trying to ask is, well, I feel like what you're trying to ask is, what are your most trusted and strongest spirit guides think of these dudes, and which Which one do your most trusted and strongest spirit guides think is good for you? Got 3 men. Too many men, not enough aspirin. You've got one that's not willing to go to therapy, one that's not willing to even try to be in something committed, and another one who's just like, let's just have fun. And that's okay. See, you have all 3 of them at your disposal in any way that you want to, in a healthy, happy, and harmonious way, despite their own issues. I think that your relationships and connections with them are happy, healthy, and harmonious, but could take a dark side if you're not careful. Especially if you allow them to have the control or any control, or like you are the sub, so really you're in control, but you know what I mean. Last time I saw her friendly each other, but I could feel her underlying jealousy towards me being able to do things with him that she can't have anymore. Oh, that's interesting. Hey, Fiona, how are you, sweetheart? Welcome back, Metal Rain. Look, Rain, you manifested Fiona. How full is that bucket?
I'm gonna get another one if I find.
All right, just take your time, please. You're not really supposed to be doing that.
Okay, don't worry about it.
See what I mean? You're not supposed to be doing that. When the kid tries to parent the parent. I'm not doing good here at this, you guys. So my air conditioner unit likes to leak on the inside. It does not like to leak on the outside. It doesn't matter what I do to this AC unit. I cannot get it to leak from the other side. So I have to constantly clean it out, drain the bucket, like 3 or 4 times a day. So it's like 12 visits and 100 steps 11 times back and forth to clear out the bucket, because I won't let anybody just pick up the 13-gallon bucket of water and drag it outside, because I don't want the animals to drink it because it's from an AC. And and Dad stroked out after picking it up the last time and pouring all the water outside. So I really don't want you to do this, but okay, if you feel strong enough to do it, please don't hurt yourself or fall.
If I have a figure, I'll always tell you.
Okay, all right, you better tell me. Spirit, I'm calling forth Molly's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Abhishek, I am going to do a free collective message at some point, just not right now, sweetheart. I'm in a paid reading and disciplining my parent in the most good way I can. Spirit, I'm calling forth Molly's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. She wants to know what she needs to know about these 3 guys, Cos and Rob and Tom. So let's go ahead and focus on Cos first, since that seems to be the guy that she really wants to spend the rest of her life with, I think. At least that would be her ideal. Oh, you're so welcome, Abhishek. Abhishek, I hope I'm saying your name right. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune. Spirit saying keep moving forward, Molly. Because no matter what choice you make, the important thing here is going to be you need to be thinking about your happiness. Abhishek, the Divine Mother wants you to focus on being good to yourself and Mother Earth. Okay, talk to her more. She's there for you. And she's listening. So Molly, back to Wheel of Fortune. Let me have Spirit clarify this about your situation real quick before we get back into Cos. But I feel like the energy here is, even though you guys don't know where you're going, you're definitely going somewhere together. So let's figure out what you need to know about that right now. See, that's so beautiful, because so where you guys are headed now, right, is moving forward, actually helping each other move away from all these things that don't serve you, don't feel right, don't feel good. He's learning things about himself that he didn't really realize in the past that he was capable of because of you. right? He has been very sad. He's felt sad about his misfortunes with his job, his love life, his health, his finances. Okay, and he just wants to have a good time and start something new and fun, despite feeling the fact that he's older now and is probably looked at as an old fart because of his age. I think that what the Wheel of Fortune is also talking about is that both of you may be feeling very pressured by your age to hurry up and do things that people your age are supposed to be doing, but at the same time, that doesn't matter, okay? Just because other people have families and kids and wives and husbands, it doesn't mean that you guys can't or won't have that, right? But it doesn't mean that you have to be doing what everyone thinks you're doing or what you should be doing. And what you guys have helped each other do is move forward into giving each other this justice, this balance, this freedom from just feeling like there's nothing there to look forward to, connect with, or have to call your own. And what you guys do have that you guys can call your own that's special is your connection. Whether it's a common relationship, a friendship, lovers, he's your dom, you're his sub, or the other way around. Okay? Let's see how Spirit feels about you being with Cos. I'm calling forth Molly's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. How does she feel? How does God herself? How does Molly's most trusted and strongest spirit guides feel about Molly being in a relationship with Cos in the way that she wants to be in a relationship with him? It's going to take some work, but they like this idea because they see you with somebody who, even though he wants you to come to him, he will work hard to please you in any way that he can because it gives him self-gratification, gives him pleasure and happiness and joy, even if it's just as friends. It will be a little bit of hard work. He is the kind of guy who keeps his cards close to his heart, and he is the kind of guy that wants you to come to him, and that King of Pentacles, which we've learned. We already knew that, but Spirit does not feel negative about you being with him in the way that you want to be with him. In fact, Spirit feels pretty good about it. They feel that you both will work hard together to bring more joy, more balance, more structure, more happiness, more wealth, more harmonious energy. How does you feel about Tom, Spirit? What about Tom? What's that energy around Tom? So Tom's just the kind of guy who's like, he's ready to charge in and save the day. Tom's the kind of guy here, Spirit saying that, yeah, he wants to have fun. He wants to have a good time. He wants to enjoy life with somebody special. Even if it's not perfect or they're not perfect, he knows he's not perfect, okay? But he knows he can work at being a better version of himself and be a better man. You know, not just because of you, all right? But because there's something in him that you inspire for him to be good. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, he feels like really heavy judgmental shit would come, pardon my French, would come from you, and you would bring a call of action forward for him if he desperately needed it in life, that you'll be your true authentic self in this Judgment card. He also feels like, you know, you're somebody that he can have fun with in this Fool card, and you are. I mean, you're the person that I can be like, Molly, come on, let's get on a plane and go somewhere. I'm going to fucking die if I don't get out of here. You know, you are fun. You are somebody that as your friend, anybody would be happy to create and share nostalgic moments with you. And that's how Tom feels about you too. So how does Molly's most trusted and strongest spirit guides feel about Molly being with Tom? You got the sun and the moon. Wow. Well, that's a lot more positive than even Cos. It's like, have you ever heard that song from Miss Saigon? Where it's just like, you are sunlight and diamonds, joined by the God of forces, moonlight and sunshine. It's just like singing about this guy she loves and how he's like the moonlight and the sunlight and the success and the love and the joy in her life, despite the limiting beliefs and circumstances. And I feel like Spirit saying there's something about Tom that they feel like your most trusted and strongest spirit guides say, yeah, well, it might be a little bit mysterious. It's a whole lot of fun, but don't get sunburned, okay? Because this could be something successful. Like, don't get in the way of sabotaging yourself, you know, with blurring the lines about how good this can be, okay? So they feel pretty comfortable and safe with Tom, but they also feel comfortable and safe with Cass. Well, Cass looks a little bit more structurally, excuse me, my shirt's riding up. Well, Tom looks a little bit more, while Cass looks a little bit more structurally stable, not Tom, while Cass looks a little bit more stable, a little bit more balanced, a little bit more, let's keep it, you know, our heads clear and our heads screwed on straight. Tom is a little bit more mischievous, curious, fun, exciting. You know, he's not as set in his ways as, say, Cass is. Spirit, what does she need to know about Rob? Well, that's because, Molly, the reason you don't get confirmation from Cass is because you're the type of woman who wants to play it safe. And you know I'm that bitch that don't want to keep it safe. I want to be my true, authentic self. And if you don't like my true, authentic self, well, there's the door. Don't let it hit you on the ass. And I'm just that kind of woman. But not every woman and every man is up for that. Everybody seems to want to keep it safe and not say the things that are important to them or that mean something to them because they want to keep it safe, because they don't want to lose the person they care about or they love or want to be with or have an experience with. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, so because you are afraid that he's going to reject you completely, okay, because you mentioned something about you guys being together, boyfriend, girlfriend, even trying it out for a day, you don't get what you want. You don't even get to see him fight for you or try for you or want for you or get a clear idea really of what he wants, other than to stay stuck in 2024 because you're still triggered and traumatized by him having a baby man fit because you have feelings for him. But see, he has feelings for you too, or he wouldn't offer up access to himself so easily. So it's easier for him to play out his feelings, his emotions, and show you than instead of tell you. Because he's more of a shower than a teller. Okay, whereas Tom is more like a let me show her and tell her kind of guy. So Spirit, I'm calling for it. So if you were kind of a little bit more like, you know what, Cass? I don't care if you don't feel comfortable with this or not. But I'm ready to shake your bones. Or whatever, you know? Whatever. I think you're just trying to play it too safe because you're afraid you're going to lose him. And I think there comes a time in every person's life when you got to decide, you know, what's more important? The way you're feeling about something, having to get it off your chest so you don't have to live with it for the rest of your life that you didn't say something. So you are certain about what you're projecting, what you're feeling, what you're going through. Spirit, what does Molly need to know about Rob? Calling forth Molly's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Hey, Deepak, welcome to the haunted house. What does Molly need to know about Rob? Interesting. And how do her most trusted and strongest feel? Blah, blah. And what does Molly's most trusted and strongest spirit guides feel about her being with Rob? How do they feel about that connection? Would they like to see her with him, or what's going on with that? Okay. This guy has a lot of problems, and you can't fix him. Okay, honey? He might be a great date. He might be a great fudge. He might be a great kisser. I don't know. And those might be the things that make him win your heart completely at the end of the day, because he pays attention to you, gives you that connection and that equality that you're looking for and you're seeking out. But you have to understand that Spirit right now, your most trusted and strongest spirit guides are not so sure about him. because he's not so sure about himself. He doesn't really know what he wants, but he's got his cup of love really close to his heart. Okay, he really wants to have that, cup of love. He wants to keep it there, but he's just not sure. He wants to hurry up and make it all good. He does want to hurry up and just rush in and make things between you both compatible, happy, loving, caring. But he's got a lot of baggage that has made him isolate himself because others in the past isolated him. Okay, because they were abusive or mentally abusive and didn't really realize it because it was normalized to them. And I see that in this Five of Wands, this Five of Cups, and this Hermit. This Five of Cups is about, he's just tired. He has realized or believes that everybody that he loves is going to hurt him anyway. So what's the point of even trying, okay? And it really brings him down. So all he can really focus on sometimes is that spilt milk. That spilt milk with the ex, the child, the therapy, the demons, devils and demons, ranting, ravens, spell chanting, whatever. He can't look up at the wall on the shelf and look at the 2 cups of love. He's having a hard time seeing that. Because he's too lost in all the limiting beliefs and circumstances that people have programmed him into. Like, he's not good enough. He has demons. Therapy's stupid. It's all just for nothing kind of shit. All right, pardon my French. So it's isolated him. And it's made him feel like he's got to do this alone thing a lot of the time. And that he's alone in his efforts in his life. But there's something about you that's like a light at the end of the tunnel for him. There's something about you that's woken him up to the idea that he can maybe be and do whatever he wants and have a good time as well. He feels his freedom with you, and he feels like he can be a better man because of you. And that's not always a bad thing, because somebody wants to improve themselves because of you. So I think all your most trusted and strongest spirit guides feel that any one of these guys would be great for you. But ultimately, you're going to have to choose the one that's going to give you what you want. So what is it that you want, Molly? Do you know what I mean? Where do you feel your heart belongs, honey? I'm just curious. Because you have to pick something that you can put up with forever. I think people get married and in relationships with the idea that if I just don't like this, I can get a divorce or break up. I don't think that they think or feel that it's their observation. It's like their. What am I trying to say? It's like their responsibility to take accountability for their actions, so that they can be and do whatever they want with a happy, healthy, harmonious relationship. To look at it like, well, if I don't like this, I can just walk away is great. But at the end of the day, I don't think that's very healthy. A healthy lookout on it, because then you're always running away from something that might be the triggering thing that ruins everything in your life. Your job, your success, your self-worth, your meaning for living, your happiness, your joy. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm in a reading. If you would like to check out my music, Deepak, check out the link in my pinned comment if you can see the pinned comment. So, really think about what you want, Molly. If you feel like it's Rob, then try a little bit of Rob. You know, if you're hungry for a different man the next night, well, you can have him for dinner. It's up to you. What kind of dinner do you want? Is it going to be Scottish? Is it going to be Italian? Is it going to be Greek? You know? Is it going to be American? What do you want? You can have it. That's great, Deepak. I'm from the Greek island of Cyprus. So, I'm going to go ahead and go for the night because I'm pretty spent after doctor visits and blood work and supermarkets and bills and work and driving in 100-degree weather with no air conditioner in a car that's older than Taylor Swift. And whiny puppies and whiny babies and whiny baby men. God bless them. Whiny baby women. All right, you guys. I love you. Please be good to yourself with your thoughts. I'll be back in a little bit. Happy 11/11. Mwah. Sweet dreams when you get there. Don't do anything I wouldn't do or would without me. And I would stay, but I've got to go somewhere early in the morning. Yeah, she'll choose soon. Yeah, let us know how you're doing, Molly. Everybody be safe. If I missed a question, I'm sorry. I'm just too spent to go look at the chat and answer any more questions. I'm just so tired. I love you guys. Be good to yourself with your thoughts. Tommy, I'll put some new music out soon, I promise. Whether it's a cover or it's a original. I'm just, my drummer works a lot. We've been really wanting to work remotely with each other and actually get a new song with him playing his instrument and me playing my instruments. But I'm not sure if he's even had a chance to listen to or work on anything because, he works all day too. I don't have a group. This is the group Deepak. So make sure you subscribe. Check out my music. This is not a tarot channel. This is my channel and it's about my life. My life is my message. Music is sacred. No prison will hold this movement down. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. We'll have another slumber party then. Good night. Love you guys. Sweet dreams.